What up, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue Games. We're back for another Infinite Flight live stream on the expert server. As usual, we're here with Emirates. With Emirates, yo. I'm gonna be flying the 777-200 LR Sky Cargo. It's up to you guys if you want to fly, like, you know, the commercial airline version to fly people. I just, you know, I've been, you know, trying to use up. You know, you get tired doing the same thing over and over. But anyways, I want to do some cargo. So that's just me. You guys feel free to fly, you know, the regular 777, whatever it's called, you know. So, but we're flying today with Emirates VA. So they're having an event that starts now, and so we'll be flying from Dubai, the most popular Dubai, the famous Dubai, all the way up to where is it? Oscar India Alpha, which I don't even know what that place is. That is Abadan. I think that's in Sudan or something. Not 100% sure. Let's see what that is. Let me check the sim brief. That is. Hold on a second. That is in Iraq. I was wrong. It's not Sudan. That's Iraq. Sudan's on the other side, I think. So yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. This is why streaming on my phone is always worry about that. So anyways, cool. So we'll turn on the spoken signs, seatbelt signs, and nav lights, and we'll get started with today's flight. Today's flight's gonna be around I don't know what, an hour 40 minutes ish. We got lots of people here too. Nice. We're here at the gate hotel, like Hotel 04, I believe, and we're hitting in, you know, in the 777-200 LR. We'll be shipping some cargo over there to Iraq. Let's make sure we have enough fuel on board. How about we do that? So we'll go over here to weight and balance, and we have about 3 hours and 6 minutes of fuel. We're gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add 5, just to be mad careful, because you just never know. Not expecting like ATC. I don't know if we're gonna get any, but not expecting any. But again, this is a cargo flight. It's not. We don't have passengers, so we're gonna go pretty heavy on here. We're gonna go a little bit above our max landing weight, but not too much. We may go a bit more, so that we can do a. We could do like a you know, a fuel dump in there. That would actually be helpful. So we're gonna add like a ton of. No, wait, that would. We're just gonna go right below max landing weight on the cargo. On the fuel tank, we will go over the max landing weight, so that way we can dump cargo. Not dump cargo, but we can dump fuel in air en route. Just don't let me forget to do that. All right, current time is okay. We should be good to land before it gets dark, as long as I set it there. Our cruise will be. I think my cruise I decided to do was 360. See, 38. I was gonna do 380, and I decided to copy the Emirates VA's flight plan today. So they have provided today's flight plan. So a little different than we're used to. Not using the Starly app today, but I believe that our people are still flying with us. So nice, good amount of people on the ground. So I think. I mean, if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I'm just making sure. Make sure that I'm ready. Are we ready? Like, do I have everything I need? Let me make sure. Welcome though. Let's see, who's today's VIP before we push back. I mean, we know we don't have like passenger seats. We don't have a first class on this plane, but maybe we could fit you guys in the little kitchen area. Let's see. IFMG obviously is a VIP, and Harris Carville, which is the CEO of Emirates VA, is also one of our VIPs, and Murphinator and Leon Key Wink. I'll give it to you too, man. So thank you guys for joining, and we'll do more shout outs when we get closer to the airport. But for now, let's go ahead and get started and not keep everybody waiting any longer. We can go ahead and switch to OMDB Unicom, so we can hear everybody's call outs and whatnot, and then we'll go ahead and start pushing back. I believe we're clear. Actually, we're not clear. There's one aircraft behind us, so we'll wait for him to clear us. And yeah, cool. All right, so I think I'll go ahead and start pushing back. We got plenty of space. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun flight. It's gonna be a fun flight. I haven't flown Dubai in a while. Now, IFATC is not in like in this region, so we're kind of going outside of the IFATC region today to do some of our own flying. It should be a good flight though. If one of my moderators could do me a favor and post the live flight link, I had not had a chance to do that yet. I'm gonna try to look it up myself too, but I haven't got a chance to actually do that. As we're pushing back, I'm turning the beacon lights on and start engine number 2 on this beautiful 777. I love the 777. I'm really thinking about getting the 777 on X-Plane. I like it so much on Infinite Flight that I think I may end up getting it on X-Plane also. But the thing is, I already have the 767 and the 757, so should I even get the 777? Because they're so familiar. So how far do I push back here? We also have an A380 out here. I think that they didn't want any A380s, but you know, if you fly Emirates, an A380 is going to show up. There's nothing you can do about it. A380 is going to show up. But for the event, if you want to look at, find out what else is going on in the event page, in the description I have the link to their event page, so you can see they have like everybody kind of chose like their own gates and whatnot. They requested gates, so the gates are all kind of assigned. But if you were just watching and you just want to join in, you feel free to pick any free spot, I assume. We got one good engine on the right side. We'll hop into engine number 1. Pretty far pushback here. But it's been a while since I've flown Dubai. I've been kind of like not flying Dubai on purpose just because it's so overflown, in my opinion. It's a great airport to fly to and from, and I've mentioned this before. I definitely recommend anybody who's never flown to or from Dubai to do so. But it's just like it's just very overflown, especially when events happen somewhere near Dubai. And so a lot of times I don't fly it, but now that, you know, it's kind of like nobody's here, we can fly it. I don't know, I guess I'm one of those people who, like, when it's popular, I don't do it, but when it's not popular, I do it. So I think, you know, it's a little weird, but I can be that way. Sometimes we'll set our flaps to 15 and trim to 20, 30 or so. It's kind of a big wild guess right there. And we'll zoom in our view here. And we'll go ahead and announce that we're going to be taxiing to, what is this runway right here? 30 left. Nice turnout, though. Release the parking brakes and give it a little bit of power. We're rolling. I'll make sure I actually forgot to add in the game sounds. There you go. Somebody's already dying. What's going on there? Either died or lost connection. Not sure. Either one. But yeah, I don't know, guys. You guys, you know, I don't know. You may sell me on. I mean, I've already been flying the 777 quite a bit, but you may sell me on on getting the 777 on X-Plane. It's a beautiful plane, inside and out, and it's the closest I can get right now to a 787 on X-Plane. EasyJet Tokyo Drift. What is EasyJet doing? What is EasyJet doing here in Dubai?
Infinite Flight 10, taxiing to runway 30 left.
So I am actually going to, I mean, we have a lot of traffic leaving, so we're going to kind of double up. How about that? So I'm actually going to hold short of this taxiway right here. Not to skip in front of this guy, but just to kind of like, so that we can fit more traffic on the taxiways. So we're going to hold short, and we'll just kind of sequence it. We'll just go one by one. So he'll take off, I'll go after him, and the guy behind him will go after me. We'll just kind of do it like that. I think that works out perfect. Now, there is no ATC, guys, but please follow all the usual rules, all right? No taxiing through other people. I don't think I even need to really say this because, I mean, we're on expert server, so you guys are usually pretty good at doing this lately. But again, just to remind you guys, some of you guys who are new to expert server, maybe you just graduated from training server, remember, even when there is no ATC, please still be respectful to other pilots when on the ground. And he just disappeared. I'm going to mute myself because I need to sneeze. And 3, 2... Alright, and there we go. We're all good. Cool, cool. Alright, let's do our last checks here. So we have our flaps are set, our trim is set, our spoilers are set to RTO, nav lights are on, beacon lights are on, landing lights, strobe lights are off, seatbelt signs, spoken signs are on. He's taking off. We will go ahead and line up and wait.
Taxiing to runway 30 left.
And as we're rolling onto the runway, oops, we will go ahead and, oh my gosh, go ahead and start turning on the landing lights and strobe lights, and I gotta sneeze again. Okay, never mind. I had to sneeze. Well, I don't know. This guy just kind of skipped in line here. That is. Because he didn't get the message that we were going one by one from each line. So whatever. But it's all good. He's taking off. He's getting out of here. That's a dope. I need to take a screenshot. Hold on. Before I leave, we got to screenshot this. Freaking Emirates commercial right here, man. There's a FedEx flight out there too, an MD-11 or something. Alright, I'm ready. Sorry for holding up the line, but I have to get a screenshot. I think the controller will understand. Alright guys, we'll be lining up runway 30 left, departing to the north west.
Unicom, Blue 127, holding short runway 30 left.
We'll climb up to 12,000 initially, as my usual. I kind of use 12,000 as like a transition height, which is it's not the real life transition height, but that's what I use. Alright, we're already rolling. Power up. Rotate. Positive climb and gear up.
Dubai Unicom,
Are so good.
127 is taking off runway 30 left.
Go ahead and hit nav mode. Actually, go ahead and turn on now. I kind of want to get some shots of Dubai on the way out. Dubai has such a beautiful departure. I definitely want to get some pictures. I don't have to worry about controlling the plane. We'll set our speed to actually 220 on climb. We'll go up the flaps one notch. And flying out of Dubai. I think flying into Dubai was actually my first like long haul flight for a live stream. So we have some history here in Dubai. I think when I did my first 1K special, I believe it was the 1K special. I think my first 1K special, I flew into Dubai from like somewhere very far away in the KLM Orange Pride, which we haven't seen around in a while. You don't see a lot of people flying the KLM Orange Pride anymore. Surprisingly, people were so excited about the livery, but now you barely see anybody flying it. Beautiful livery. I do like the Emirates 777. I like it more than any of the other Emirates aircraft. And I think I personally like the cargo one even more. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know, maybe it's just because it's a little bit more simple, the more simplicity of it. But I like the Emirates cargo version. All right, passing 9,000. Getting a ton of screenshots. Sun is setting out here. Over there on our left wing, you can see all the iconic sights over there. See if we can get a nice left wing view.
Emirates 112,233.
Can't see it too much on left wing yet. Alright, as the engines quiet down, you can see that we are leveling off at 12,000, well above 10. We're going to speed our speed up to about 300 knots. Actually, we'll do 310. 320 works too. That's where my finger stopped, so I guess that's what we're doing. I think I actually forgot to announce that I was taking off, but it's okay because people obviously knew I was there. And I'm going to put the flaps all the way up, and landing light's going to come off. We'll leave the seatbelt signs on until as required. So far it's been real smooth, but I like to leave my seatbelts on until we get to the actual cruise, just in case we have some turbulence on the way up. You're going through a lot of different altitudes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and raise our altitude up to 380. We're going to be going pretty high, The short hop, not short hop, but I mean it's a short-ish flight. Gonna climb around 3,200 feet per minute. Is that an S-16 that's like behind us?
Dubai Unicorn, Emirates 1001 is taking off runway 30 left, departing straight out.
Dubai Unicom, Blue 127 is taking off runway 30 left, departing north.
F-16 is really all over the place. So our cruise will be flight level 380, at least for me. Now, as far as you guys, you can choose what cruise you're going to be at, whether you want to be 36, 35, no, it's not 36, 34, whatever. It's up to you. Especially since we're flying in a group, you don't really want to be at the exact, well, I mean, technically in a group flight, you kind of want to be in the same flight level, so you can kind of be close to each other. But at the same time, if you're flying like a bigger group flight where you're all going to be trying to land together, you may want to like separate yourself a little bit by, you know, a few hundred feet or a couple thousand. Yeah, I'm like, the more I look at this Emirates 777, I'm like, I think I want I think I want the 777 on X-Plane. You may see a 777 X-Plane stream next week or a week after. I don't know. I'm just thinking about how cool it would be to fly the 777 on X-Plane. You know, I've been flying X-Plane a lot lately. I know. Still been doing a lot of infinite flight, but I've been doing a lot of X-Plane, and infinite flight really actually helps me because infinite flight has such a good variety of aircraft. It kind of allows you to get familiar, sort of surface level familiar with the aircraft before you go and, like, you know, get it like on, you know, a full simulator like FSX or P3D or X-Plane. So like I was honestly never really. Like 777 really never was anything interesting. It never interested me before, until infinite flight. I still have yet to get it on X-Plane, but it's been wearing on me, and I haven't flown 777 in a while. NARC, we're headed to Iraq today. Headed to Iraq. And also infinite flight also helps me with deciding what areas of the world I like a lot. So as you guys know, on X-Plane I try to create a lot of like let's see how ortho imagery for different areas of the world that I like a lot and want to fly in. And so flying on infinite flight, because it has so much, you know, photo imagery, like photo real scenery, that I can, like, for example, Dubai. Well, obviously I already know I like Dubai, but I can fly somewhere on infinite flight to see if I like the scenery first, and then I can go and build that scenery in X-Plane, and then it'll actually look a lot better because I can build it to be higher quality. Thank you, sketch artist. I really appreciate that. What's up, Vikas? Good to see you too, man. Welcome back. Sensei, you just got off a Qantas A330 from Sydney like an hour ago. Wow. Well, welcome to wherever you are now. Hope you had a good flight. Getting some dope screenshots right now, though. That is for sure. Oh no, LHR, his app just crashed. Yes, guys, if you have any questions about the flight, please check the description. I have basically copied all the, not all of it, but the events, like route information to my description, including runways and stuff like that. I also have a link to the event if you were interested in the event, or the people who created it. The link is there, so you can check that out. Also, flight level aircraft, everything is in there. Actually, the only thing that's not in there is the live tracker, and also it even tells you that we're on expert servers. So definitely go and check out the description if you have any questions before you ask them. If you don't see your it answered there, definitely go ahead and ask me or the moderators. All of us are here to help you, and hope you answer what those questions are. Somebody said they're upgrading their phone to iPhone 7. Do I know if it's good? Yes, it's great. I had an iPhone 7 before, and it worked perfectly, seamlessly. Infinite Flight works great on an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. To be honest, I kind of miss my iPhone 7 Plus. I'm streaming right now on an iPhone 10. Now it works great. It looks great. It's very smooth. I have all my graphic quality, everything all the way up. It's just I just prefer the iPhone 7. I like the screen better, personally. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, man. No problem, Harris. You want me to tell Infinite Flight to add Kuwait Airways? I don't think I have a say in that. Yeah, this flight should be a good amount of time. My flights lately have gone longer than I've expected and wanted to. So thankfully today we should be able to stay within our time range. See, distance to destinations 434 miles. Flight time right now is only 9 minutes. Now we'll go ahead and tune out of Dubai since we're out of that airspace.
PINGO 10 is taking off runway 30 left, departing north.
Let's see, our actual TE to destination is about 51. So yeah, I mean we're actually going. We're not going that fast. We're going 500 knots. We're still climbing. So for the ETE in the description I put 1 hour and 40. Just kind of rounding up. That's what the real life pilots do, because they're flying a little bit slower than we are. Right now we're going 0.86, Mach 0.86. I believe I'm grade 3. I'm not grade 4 anymore. Yeah, it's a very good departure from Dubai. I kind of wish we could have saw a little bit more of it. Like I kind of wish we would have gone a little bit more to the south as we departed. I know that's not realistic. That's not the realistic departure out of Dubai, but that's south of the airport is where you'll see a lot of the scenery that a lot of the famous popular scenery down there. Got blue 180-17 up front. I think he's first. There's somebody over here. I don't think he's with it. Oh, actually, I take that back. Walking Fruit is up front. Oh, I take that back. Starly is up front in the 300 ER. So don't forget about those guys. Those guys are also flying with us. They just got a head start as usual. So coming up on 370. Leveling off. And I mentioned seatbelt signs earlier. It doesn't even matter. We're flying cargo, so it doesn't really matter if the seatbelt signs are on, because it's really just us and the crew. No, it's all good. Like I said, I mean, it wouldn't be realistic to fly down south out of Dubai. That's not what you would usually do flying out of Dubai. I'm just saying I kind of want to see some of that. I mean, I have seen it before. I mean, we were able to see it off the left wing a little bit, but not every flight's gonna be mad scenic. Yesterday we flew X-plane, and I was hoping to be able to see New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, all that stuff, but it was cloudy, so conditions are not always gonna be perfect for you to be able to see the scenery that's around you when you fly. Thank you, Dafa. Dubai departure contact. No, wait, what is it? 777 heavy contacting Dubai departure on 1223 122.3. Good day. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the actual frequency is. Somebody said that in chat though. Kid MC, did I notice you? Yes, I did notice you. That's why I'm saying your name. And my voice did crack. Man, these infinite flight crash. You need to hurry up and get it back up so you can get back in the air. Where do I find these events? Well, this event found me. But if you want to find, you know, events like this and more, you could always check out the Infinite Flight forums. It's like events happening every day, not, you know, outside of Friday Night Flight, outside of the IFATC regions. There's other airlines and other groups who are doing events all the time. I rarely get to join them because of the times that they do them. Most of the time they don't do events when I am streaming or when I'm flying. So thankfully Emirates was very nice to change up their event time to match with my stream schedule so that I could actually stream the event. So, and no, this is technically not sponsored. I would only really call a video sponsored if somebody was actually paying me to do something, and they're not, and nobody's paying me to do this. I'm doing this out of support for Emirates Virtual Airline. But I am looking into doing sponsored things in the future. I would love to get not only the community, but some of like the developers and stuff like that. You know, if they want to partner up with me and, you know, sponsor a certain something, I don't know. But if I ever have like a sponsored video, like if I'm ever going to have a like if anybody ever actually pays me to actually showcase something, I will for sure, I'll put sponsored on it so you guys know, hey, this is like, I'm being paid to do this. But I'm still like, I'm never gonna be like, I'm always gonna be honest. That's another one of my goals, and I like it when other channels do this. I don't like it when if somebody's paying you to like review a product. Like, don't just say you love the product because they're paying you to say that you love the product. Like, no, that should not be part of the agreement. You should still put in your own opinion on that product, but they can pay you just to show it. You know, whether you have a good opinion on it or not, that's not their that's not your problem. You know, you're gonna be honest to your community, to your people. You can't. I'm not gonna sell you guys on something that's crap. You know, so that's one of the reasons I made the "Is Infinite Flight Worth It" video a while back, just trying to show you guys who don't have Infinite Flight yet. Hey, this is what you get. This is my honest opinion. Obviously, I like this product. I support this product. I like Infinite Flight, but I want to show you guys there are some downsides to it, and that's what that video is about. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go back and check it out, especially if you do not have Infinite Flight yet, or if you're trying to decide whether or not to get back into it. I put a lot of information in there about Infinite Flight, about the goods, the bads, what do you get with Infinite Flight, what comes with the pro subscription, all those things. Just trying to help you guys make a more educated decision on whether or not Infinite Flight is for you. But if it, like I said, if there comes a time, which hopefully there does, because I would love to have that type of opportunity, when, you know, people are, you know, I don't know, organizations are willing to pay me to, you know, present their product, I would love to do that. See you, Daffa. Thank you. Have a safe flight. I see. How are we doing? How are we doing on speed? I mean, we're good on time, so we don't really need to go all that fast. We can actually slow down a bit. We're going Mach 0.86. I don't know. Anybody know what the cruise of a 777 is? I don't know. Right now, I'm probably just gonna leave it there at Mach 0.86. I mean, we're already less than an hour out, so we don't even need to go any faster. It's a pretty short flight today. Since you know gaming, do I fly off stream much lately? Honestly, no. I have not really been flying much on off stream lately. One of the main reasons is because whenever anybody asks me to fly, I'm either busy, I'm working on another video, I'm you know, just the stuff it's just been bad timing. I've been thinking about it though, because I actually do want to be I want to get more active again, flying off stream. I want to get more active. One of the things that slows me down is the fact that this is my only mobile device, and that is my phone. And I absolutely hate when I'm doing an offline flight. It doesn't matter if I'm doing an offline flight, if I'm doing a live stream flight. I absolutely hate when somebody calls me during the flight, or even texts me, because I have to, you know, I mean, especially if it's a text that I need to respond to. I hate to have to respond to text messages because I have to leave the app and the app pauses when you leave the app. When you leave the app, it pauses. Like your plane is not moving. It does not disconnect you, but it does pause you. Well, actually, technically, it does disconnect you while you're gone. When you come back where you left off. But when you're doing group flights, if I want to fly with somebody and I get a phone call, you know, it's really inconvenient for the other person who's flying. He's like, oh, well, now I'm like 100 miles ahead of you because you had a 10-minute phone call. So that's just the thing that kind of bothers me with infinite flight being on my main device. Now I've done it in the past. It's just that I've gone through that too. Also, when I've ever tried to do infinite passenger, it always disconnects when somebody calls, and then my whole flight is not even logged. So I don't know. Honestly, I've been doing a lot of X-plane flying. Now that I have X-plane, I've been doing a lot of flying in X-plane. I've been learning actually a lot about VFR flying. Now it doesn't sound like much, but I think for most people, like for me, and I'll probably talk about this more when I actually do a VFR. I may do a VFR flight live stream or a VFR flight video later on, maybe this week or next week. I'll probably record it this week or next week. But before, I thought VFR was like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, fly this, you know, I don't know, it's just not IFR. It's basically I have to look out the window and watch out for other things, and I'm just gonna fly from point A to point B and not worry about airspaces and altitudes. Well, like I said, I've been learning a lot, and I've talked to my moderators about it, about VFR and learning about Class A, Class B, Class C, Class E, Class G airspaces and what's required. Also learning about restricted airspaces, MOAs, like a lot of different things. I've been learning a lot about those, and it's actually been a lot of fun. It's actually made my VFR flying more interesting to me. Like a lot of times when you're flying a small aircraft, you tend to get a little bored, you know, when you're flying like an hour. If you're flying like an hour-long flight on a Cessna 172, you just kind of get bored unless you're flying around some amazing scenery. But whenever you're flying like legit VFR and you're watching out for airspaces and staying away from restricted airspaces and areas, like you actually have to pay attention, especially when you're flying VFR without the GPS. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning how to fly a VFR without a GPS. So like basically I turn my GPS off and I'm flying completely by geographical references. So like I'll follow a river to a certain airport, or I'll be like, okay, well this is a river here and it ends here, and then after the river goes away, there's a mountain range, and after that this and that. So, and who is this F-16 who is killing me right now? Get out of here, bruh. Get out of here, bruh. Dead, man. Again, guys, for people who want to escort me, escorting is cool as long as you don't touch me like he just did. That's a perfect example of what you don't do when escorting someone. Anyways, yeah, so trying to learn how to fly with geographical references instead of depending on the GPS. Because what if your GPS goes out? What if something happens to your GPS? You know, you didn't know how to, you know, get point A to point B and dead again. So I'm changing my altitude. All right. Anyways, no, I do not know when a CRJ update is going to be coming out. Nobody knows. I know they're working on it. That's about it. That's all we know. And of course, he's going to change his altitude now to match mine and then kill me again eventually. I'm sure of it. So we didn't go to the right wing view for a while. So one of my favorite right wing views is probably the Emirates 777 right wing view. I love the little I assume that says Emirates or something, but I love the little logo right there on the engine, on the inside of the engine. I will actually slow down, I think. You guys said the cruise speed is what, Mach 0.84? We're gonna do let's see how far we got. We're 43 minutes out. We'll do, right before we descend, we'll do a fuel dump. What's up, the A380 flyer? Good to see you. Well, Brats, I don't know if I shouted you out. Welcome back, man. Always good to see you when you show up. 1.84 is good. Sounds good to me. What is the longest flight I've ever done? I think like 12, 14 hours. It was a very rare flight for me to do, but I did do that. That was not for stream either. That was, I think that was like a little small group flight we did on Discord. IFMG, you have a new device. What device do you have? Yes, I'm cruising at Mach 0.84. Not sure I made that clear yet. Learn how to fly the F-22 and F-16. Those are fun jets. Those are fun jets. And I definitely enjoy flying the jets, the fighters, on infinite flight. Was my longest flight the Olympic flying? Was it? How long was that flight? How long was the Olympic flying? Cause I think, didn't we get there early? I think we got there early. What was that? Where did we fly from? I know we flew to South Korea. Where did we fly from for that event? What's up, Nickel Joy? Good to see you. Tell you, man, we're carrying some freaking important cargo. We got 2 F-16 jets with us. Oh, we flew from LAX. That's actually surprising. We don't ever fly from LAX. DMP04, good to see you, man. We flew from London to Sydney. That's an 18.5-hour flight. Jesus. You had 5% fuel left. Well, you planned that to perfection, my friend. Yes, we are getting escorted. Aero Protection Agency. Alright, I'm gonna finally, we're like halfway through the flight. I'm so late, but I'm finally gonna post the flight tracker link for those who care. Today's flight. Alright, cool. That is there. Go ahead and refresh it, and it'll be in the description below. We are live on Twitch and on YouTube. Next week we may be flying again on Wednesday. I'll let you know updates on that. Watch out on Discord for my stream schedule each week. I'll try to post those by Sunday night if I can. If I even know what I'm doing that week. See you, Mo Aviation. Thank you, bro. Oh wow, Gemini Jet says we tried flight from Seattle to Rome. It sounds like a really good flight actually. And woke up flying at the top of the world because you must have accidentally turned off nav mode. That's funny. That's pretty funny. So I believe right now we are flying over Persian Gulf. Yes, what I was going to say. Flying over the Persian Gulf for, see, Bahrain? Oh, that's not Bahrain. That's Qatar. Qatar Doha will be on our left. I don't know if, yeah, we'll be able to see. I think we're high enough to be able to see. So on our right side, I believe that is Iran. On our left will be Qatar. Most of this flight will be over the Persian Gulf, so we'll kind of see a little bit of scenery on the left, a little bit of scenery in the distance on the right until we get on our arrival into what's it called? Where are we going? Freaking Iraq. That's where we're going. And thank you for posting that Discord link. IFMG, yes sir. That's true. Why haven't you give it to yourself? Man, my sinuses are back like a storm. I don't know what it is. Like I actually slept very well last night, and it actually rained a couple days ago, so it kind of washed away all of like the terrible, horrible pollen that's been in the air and in the, okay, he's a little too close. It's been in the air and been around us, like on the ground and basically everywhere in my city. And let's see, and so at night I slept very well. But when I wake up and come and sit at my desk, for some reason, like I start sneezing and have to blow my nose a lot. So I don't know. Maybe I need to clean my desk off. I probably will. Now we're flying a 777-200 LR. Actually 200F. I don't know what it's called. This is your first time flying with me. Wow. Well, welcome, bro. Glad you're able to make it. Yeah, I think the temperature here is like 80, something like that. It's not cold at all. Houston, Texas. What is my weight? That's like my weight for the aircraft or my actual weight? Yeah, I'm telling you, you would see a whole lot more jet activity. Not that we don't have enough. I mean, it's great we got autopilot on the jets, so a lot more people are flying jets now. But if they added the ability to have like carriers in certain places of the world, that would be pretty cool. That'd be really hard too. That'd be cool. I mean, if they had the little the catch thing, what do you call it? I forget what you call it. But you know, the wire. That would make it a lot more easier. Wait, what? Dubai doesn't allow Jews? I don't know anything about that. On Infinite Flight, you can fly anywhere you want to fly, so make it happen. In the flight simulation community, we do not care about what your background is. I don't care about real life public relations. If that country doesn't like what country, we still fly between. All the skies are friendly skies. Nice. It's always nice when you get a tailwind. I don't think we have one today. I think we got a crosswind. We got a cross, but it's okay. Short flight. Short flight. We're only 34 minutes out, man. It's been a while since I feel like, I mean, to me, a short flight is this, right? To a lot of you guys, a short flight's like 3 hours. So like for me, I'm like, wow, I'm so used to like having been doing these longer flights the last few weeks that doing this flight feels mad short. But what was it I was gonna do? Alright, we're gonna do a field up before we land, but before then, well, actually, this flight plan's actually not even finished. Winds are 190 at 12. Landing, winds are in favor of 14 right. Landing 14 right. I won't add that in. And that's Charlie. Actually, what that means now. Winds 190 at 12. I don't know what the 2500 part means. Scattered at 35. fuel 4,000, broken at 10. Temperature is 30, dew point 10, QTH1009. Weather's not too bad out there right now. We'll be expecting runway 14 right for arrival. Thank you, the rats. He says at 2,500 meters. That makes sense. 2,500 what? Meters visibility. Okay, well, I don't even know meters. Why do they gotta do it like that? Why they gotta say it like that? Why they can't just say, you know, like 3 miles, less than 3 miles, whatever visibility? Like I'm supposed to know how far 2,500 meters is. Thank you, Lebras, though. I really appreciate that for helping me out with reading that METAR data. Yeah, I mean, I don't know kilometers either, though. That's the thing. I'm from the United States. We don't do meters or kilometers here. So when you say 2,500 meters or 2.5 kilometers, I don't know how far that is. So I assume because it's in the red or it's this pink color, that's a bad thing. So we'll expect some low visibility and probably a APPR approach into OIAA. Abadan, Iran. $1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. Okay. It's about 3 miles. Thank you very much for making that American for me. So 3 miles visibility. That's all they have to say. But I guess over there you guys don't really go by miles. If you fly in the US or around it, it'll say 3M. I think it'll say like 3M, and that means 3 miles of visibility. So when I start doing it in meters and kilometers or whatever, kilometers, I get confused, personally. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we need to descend pretty soon. But before we descend, let's do 2 things. First thing is let's find out who we got flying with us. So I'm gonna go through the line here, and as we do that, we're gonna add some music for our. We're not doing a 1 hour ETE shout out because we have. You know, the flight's not long enough to do that, but we will do, I guess, before descent shout out or whatnot. It's fine. I want to find out the right song. Nope. There we go. Alright, so up front, welcome back my friend Starley. All the way, already like basically on his approach section of his flight. After that we have Z1, which I believe is Walking Fruit. And then after him, we got Blue 18017. After Blue 18017, actually it's me. Wow, I didn't know I was so far ahead. Pretty dope. We got 2 escorts, plus we have Echo Kilo 0001, which I believe is Emirates Virtual Airlines CEO Harris Cobble. And I gotta sneeze, so pause. Quick question, have you ever sneezed and farted at the same time? It's very unexpected. Anyways, too much information. After that we got Emirates, a whole lot of numbers. Emirates 11 22 33. And then we got Blue 122. After that, we got Porter 25. Singapore Niner. Behind him, we got IFMG 1. I'm confused. Is there 2 IFMGs? Then after that, we got Speedbird 10. Hannibal. ALVHR. New Metal 1. Emirates 318. Oh, didn't mean to pause. And I believe he's the last one. So cool. Nice little group flight we got going right over the Persian Gulf. Again, guys, we are doing Flying with Emirates Virtual Airlines event this morning. And actually, today's IFATC is over in India. So over like in these few airports over here. But we're not joining in on that just now. But you can do that later on if you decide to. That's how we got flying with this. And we're going to do a fuel dump here. We'll be monitoring our fuel level. Go to an airplane load until we get out of the orange area. It'd be cool if you actually see me dumping fuel, but you can't actually see anything. And we need to start thinking about descending. So I'm going to I have these charts up for Oscar India Alpha Alpha. Runway 14 right is our arrival runway. Elevation is going to be 8. Runway length is 3,100 meters, that looks like. I may be looking at the wrong number. I think actually it's 10,000 meters. I'm pretty sure that's in meters. And then let's see, we got our approach chart for 14 right. And actually, the ILSs are actually on the other side of the runway. So this airport actually does not have an ILS equipped on the 4 right. Infinite Flight does not simulate that. Pretty much, you can have an ILS for any runway anywhere on Infinite Flight, but on in real life, there actually is no ILS for runway 14 right. There's only a VOR DME approach for it. So I'll probably do that. I'm actually going to pull that up on the screen just so you guys, for some of you guys who are actually interested in that type of thing, just want to show you guys what that looked like real quick. This is what I'm looking at here on Navigraph. So this is the, as you look on the left side, so you can see all these are all the approaches. So you got 14 right, and we got runway 32 left, and the ILSs are only active for 32 left, but they're only DME, NDB, DME, and VOR DME approaches for runway 14 right. So since we're landing 14 right, we're gonna kind of look at that for reference. I'll probably go with. I'll probably do this one, VOR DME 3, that have us flying up here to, basically, yeah, it's going to have us flying right over the runway, the airport, looks like. That'd be kind of fun. This won't be great for separation, that's for sure. But we do have this hold up here at D15 that we can make if we need more space. And then you have a, what is this? How long is this final? It's like basically a 5-mile final right here. So you do a 10 DME arc, 2,000, about 2,000 feet. At 2,000 feet, it's a final up here, and we go down to 1,600. So that's gonna be a pretty interesting approach if we do that exactly in the 777 with low visibility. So I don't know how hard that's gonna be. But one thing we will do is try to get up here to D15. Which I don't know if it actually is in this game. There's like no waypoints anywhere. Except this one, there's a VOR. That's the VOR we're looking for actually. So actually we're not flying over the airport, we're flying over the VOR at 2,000. It's gonna be 2,000 feet here. So yeah, let's just do that, I guess. We'll overfly the airport over the VOR, and what we'll just kind of really just vector ourselves from that point. So I'm actually going to delete the this waypoint here. We'll go directly to that VOR, and then we'll make a right heading 022 at 2,000. So as long as we're high enough, we're okay. We won't actually be a problem with incoming traffic. And I could be wrong. You guys who know a lot of stuff, you could tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to read a chart to the best of my ability. That's why I use them, to learn also. When I make mistakes, I want to know what I did wrong. It's just crazy because it's going to be low visibility to be trying to do that. So that's what's going to be difficult. So we definitely do need to descend. At 2,000, let's see. We're 31 minutes out. ETE distance to destination is, and I don't even know, you guys know I hate the song. There we go. If you see me getting quiet for a bit, it's probably because I muted myself to sneeze. So just so you know, that's why we're getting these short breaks. And yes, the internal game, we are actually getting very close to 4,000. I'm thinking about 5,000. I'm like, what should I do for 5,000? I'm gonna do it because I told you guys a while back when we hit 1,000, my next special. Actually, we hit 3,000. I did a special for 3,000. My next special was gonna be 5,000. I think I did 3,000. Starly, have you already? I don't know. Actually, I already know he's made the arrival, so I may actually switch to his flight plan just for the arrival section, because I'm pretty sure he already has all that mapped out. Because I know how he thinks, I know how he works. So once we get to this point here, I'll probably switch flight plans. We're 8 minutes out from that one, though. We'll plan our descent according to that, because a lot of times Starly always adds the waypoints or GPS coordinates of where, like, around what area the charts are, because a lot of times, sadly, the chart waypoints are not on an infinite flight, and you can't actually use them if you're trying to be realistic. What is my MDA? What does that mean? Diego, how is the new navigation and infinite flight update? Is it the same as SimBrief? No. Well, yes and no. They've added a whole lot more waypoints, but there's still things missing. So I can't say they're exactly like SimBrief because there's still things missing. It's probably gonna be a while until they get their navigation that spot on. What's up, Sean 1903? That makes no sense, Sean. What did I give away for my 1K sub special? I gave away 3 Infinite Flight subscriptions. And a t-shirt. I don't know where we're flying for a Friday night flight yet. We won't know until probably Thursday night. Oh, you're so fun. Really, Starly actually did not add the arrival. He said he was too lazy. That's funny. Alright, we'll make it happen ourselves. It's been a while since I've had to like create my own arrival. So we'll make it happen. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, we're good. I set the fuel dump on, and you're supposed to monitor your fuel and whatnot while it's doing that, and I forgot to do that, but we're good. We have 6 hours of fuel. Max descent altitude. Okay, thank you. I did not know what MDA was. Haven't really heard that that term. Oh, that looks weird, but almost cool. Like, who's in front? Yeah, I hope we can get to 5K by summer. Alright, so looks like we're gonna be playing our descent. So I'm not gonna put the charts on the screen. I'm gonna kind of do that. I don't want to bore you guys with chart stuff. I'll do that on X-Plane streams. The people who watch the X-Plane streams are a little more, they care a little bit more about charts than people who fly on infinite flight, because it doesn't matter as much. But we're gonna do kind of what I talked about. We're actually gonna fly to that VOR, and we're gonna do the actual approach to what it says. We're gonna attempt that. Now, in order for us to do that, we need a lot of separation. All right, people. So we're definitely, I'm gonna need everybody to like separate from each other when we start our descent. Actually, before we start our descent, so that we can actually make that VOR arrival in. Now it's gonna be a challenge because it's gonna be very low visibility. Which I assume, I don't know, I'm not from this area, but some airports actually recommend us to land on the ILS when weather permits. Oh, okay, so check this out. Okay, I gotta show you this. I love seeing these things on charts. Look, this is right here in this box here. It says strolling dogs on movement area. Birds in vicinity of airport. 180 turns only authorized at the end of runway 14 left, 32 right. So that's so funny. So apparently there's like random dogs walking around the airport here. So watch out for dogs. That's funny. So we're gonna fly directly to the airport. We're gonna be actually at the airport, but the VOR right above the airport. We want to be there at 2,000 feet. And we're gonna be flying to the northeast of the airport. So we'll vector ourselves to the northeast. We'll be flying like a rough heading of 022. I'm trying to see if there's another one. Yeah, we'll do a rough heading of 022 up to D15, which doesn't actually exist, but that should be. It doesn't even tell me how far that is from the airport. That'd be very helpful to know that information. We're gonna probably do that at 4,000 actually. Yeah, we're gonna go to that VOR at about 4,000 feet. Hold on, let me look at some stuff. I don't know what the what is the airspace? Oh, that's a dope shot. Oh, there it is. Transition altitude is 5,000. That's what I was looking for. So we'll do that at 5,000. So we'll come at we'll go to that VOR at 5,000, heading 022. Be a right turn for us, and we will probably, and we'll descend to 3,000 from 5,000. Once we get 3,000, I'll probably go ahead and make my left turn. That left arc turn for the final which will be heading 150. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Such a dope shot right there. Alright guys, it's time to descend. How about that? see, how much time do we have? Yeah, we have 87. Wow, actually it's farther than I thought. 87 nautical miles, so we get to that next waypoint. So let me get my descent calculator. Right, we're at 38,000. We're gonna descend down to 11,000. Actually, no, we're gonna go down to 5, but we're already going to be descending to 11 anyways. So we got 80 miles on this first leg here from DESLU to TULAX. We got another 10 miles, so that's about 90. And then that to ABD is another 60. So that's rounding up about 150 miles from where we are to we get to that VOR. So it's actually pretty far. So we can probably hold off our descent for a while, or we can descend slower. So we will descend now at about 1,600 feet per minute. So we're gonna set our altitude down to 11,000. Just make sure we get our speed in order. And then descend same speed. 1,600 feet per minute. So we're 150 miles out from the VOR, which also shows us right here, which is distance to destination. And once we get to 11,000, we'll continue our descent down to 5,000 once we get our speed under 250 knots. Nice. I like that math you're doing right there, Infinite Flight Pilot. Beginner pilot, I use a website called aerotexas.com DESPlan. And so what I did was I typed in my initial altitude, my target altitude, my speed that I wanted to descend, and indicated airspeed, and how far I currently am. So from 150 miles out, it says I can descend at 1,500 feet per minute down to 5,000 feet from 38,000 feet if we maintain about 280 indicated airspeed. So this is all kind of rough too. So as I'm descending, I have to keep checking on it to make sure that we are on that descent profile. But I'm actually doing 1,600 to be safe, to make sure we don't miss our points. But I really like that Infinite Flight Pilot. I like that math thing that you did. I'm trying to get better at doing that. I'm probably gonna do that more when I do VFR flying, because it's smaller numbers. But I want to get better. Like, I want to get so good at it, I can just do the math in my head. But I haven't really practiced it enough. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. And guys, if you guys want to do more flights, like I said, this will be my only flight for now. I got work to do, and then I got some stuff I got to work on today. But if you guys want to do flights together, like you guys want to do flights, definitely go by the, oh my gosh, F-16. You've been killing me all freaking day. Definitely go by the Discord channel. You guys can plan your next flights there if you want to continue and fly somewhere else. I see somebody in there mention flying to Beijing or something. So if you guys want to do more flights, try to organize those on the Discord channel. And make it happen. So I know a lot of you guys, still have more time. You want to do longer flights. You want to continue flying. So that's one of the reasons I'm trying to help, grow. Not really grow. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you could say I want to help, kind of bring the community together and help you guys connect with other people who also like Infinite Flight, so that you guys can do flights together. And the same with X-Plane. If you guys have X-Plane, like to connect in the same way. So obviously you have to agree on a destination and whatnot, but just kind of go in there, find out, and please don't spam the Discord channel or the chat. Ask people, can you fly here, can you fly here, can you fly here? No, actually ask one time. People may not see it, or people may see it. People who are meant to see it will see it, so don't worry about all that. So but the next flight will be next Infinite Flight will be Friday night flight. That'll be on Friday. Probably around the same time as we did a flight today, maybe a little bit later. But but we'll see. Nobody knows what that flight is going to be. Hopefully, it's something fun and good. It usually is. It's always they do a really good job of deciding what Friday night flight's going to be. And again, I don't know who this person is, by the way. I don't live in Ohio. I don't know why an Ohio number. Every day, this Ohio number has been calling me. I've never answered it either. Yes, yes. Oh, that's a good point, Justin. Please don't go on Discord and tag like all pilots or at everyone, which you actually are not allowed to do, or don't go and tag a bunch of mods. Don't go calling us in private messages and things like that. Thank you, BLQXZ. It says, love my videos. Appreciate that, man. Welcome aboard. Now, trust me, if it's something important and it's somebody I know, the people I know, people I actually like talk to in real life, like they know how to contact me and they wouldn't call me from a random Ohio number. So if it's something important, it's not. Plus, I've already been getting a lot of random phone calls and text messages from people I don't know, because a person who used to have my current phone number, I guess, never told a lot of people that they changed their phone number. So they keep calling and texting me. It's actually very annoying. Grand Porter, that's true, but actually you should never call somebody on Discord. Period. Like, unless you've already discussed talking. This is how I feel. I don't know how it goes in other Discord channels and communities, but you should never just go on somebody's Discord and like, hey, well, now we're friends, I'm gonna call you. Like, no, don't call me. I'm not gonna. I mean, this is how it is with my phone too. This is just me though. On my phone, this is just me. Like, if somebody calls me, I'm like, I will answer, like, if I know who it is. But usually I'm like, yo, just let me, like, if you need to talk, let me know beforehand so I can make time to be ready and be free to talk to you. But on Discord, I don't answer nobody's phone call. Like, Discord is not to call people unless you're like gonna do voice chat, or you've been doing voice chat already, you have a history of doing voice chat with this person, then it's okay. But yeah, don't call me. You're free to send me private messages. That is completely fine. Just don't call me. I'm not gonna answer. Like, there's 100% chance that I'm not gonna answer. Even when Find Your Passion calls me and he's my best friend, I don't answer him. So unless we've already predetermined that we're gonna talk on Discord, then I might answer. And also, that's true. That's what voice channel is for. If you want to talk to people, go on chat and be like, hey, anybody want to join voice channel? And you just get onto a voice channel, and people can join you on voice channel if they want to talk. Oh, that's weird. What's up, Alex Peak? Good to see you, bro. All right, we are into our descent into Abadan, I believe, which I think is in Sudan. I keep forgetting where we're going. It's in Iraq, actually. Sun is setting over this region. We should be on the ground though before the sun goes all the way down. We'll probably have a nice little sunset arrival. Passing 25,000 though. We're now out of the Mach speeds. We'll bring our speed back to 280 knots. We could go faster, but I'm bringing it back to 280 because that's what we've planned for our descent. Our descent is based on this speed, so we would need to be at 280 for as long as we can. Beginner pilot, there is no X-Plane 12. I will watch landings. We don't have all that many people, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the sequence goes with landing and how separation and all that stuff goes. You know, whether or not I get to go around, stuff like that. We'll see how it goes. But I'll try to stick around and watch some of you guys land since we have a little bit short of a flight today. But I can't make any promises. Yeah, Starlight, you took off way ahead of us, so we're still way up here, way out. We're still 69 miles out, so we have a little while to go. And we still have even more after that, because we're going to be flying over the airport. We're going to be overflying the airport on the way in. Would I ever consider being a commercial pilot? If the opportunity presented itself, maybe, but it's just not really in my plans right now to be a commercial pilot. I'm more of a, my goal is more to be a private pilot, but if the opportunity came up, I'm not going to say I wouldn't accept. It would probably, because of where I live, be a United or some American airline. I wouldn't mind honestly flying for American Delta or even United, American Delta, or it really goes by the hub. Like, where is the hub? Where do they fly? To me, like if they have a very diverse flight plan, like not flight plan, but like flight destinations, that's more of the airlines I want to fly to, because of the benefits of being able to fly to those destinations for free, and also just being able to fly those destinations in general. Yeah, I kind of wonder though, like sometimes, because where I live is honestly not all that scenic. Like, Houston's a great city, but it's not. Houston's not a great city because of its looks. Right? I mean, downtown doesn't look bad; it looks pretty good. But as far as like Houston, like, it's not a great city because of its scenery, like its scenic or geographical looks to it. It's more of a business city where a lot of opportunities are. So when it comes to flying, I mean, I haven't really flown here yet because obviously I don't have a license yet. And I don't barely ever fly here on simulators, which is funny, but I don't, even though I'm very familiar with the area and the area around me. I don't fly much on simulators here in my hometown, and the main reason is because there is not a lot of scenery out here. So I'm curious of like how that will go in real life. I don't know. I don't think it would get old, but I'm just wondering, you know, what that's gonna be like. Like, would I rather go somewhere else and fly, or rather fly somewhere else? The two rivers under you and collide, that is where the airport is. I see two rivers in the distance, yes, and I assume that's what you mean. And so where they come together? Or are they talking about those two rivers? I see three rivers right now. Let's get some screenshots on the way in. Once the F-16 leaves a shot. There we go. Freaking fighters today just don't know what they're doing. Yeah, guys, so we're in our descent now into Iraq, and please, everyone, start creating separation between you and the aircraft ahead of you. Do not fly into others. This airport is not like a massive airport. I mean, there's two runways, but there's not a ton of space, and there's only one runway we're landing at. So we need to have as much space in between us as possible, especially with the type of arrival we are doing. So please be mature and wise, and actually, if you know there's somebody around you, you can do a right 360, do a holding pattern, whatever it is you need to do to separate yourself. I don't care. Let's make it happen. Right now, everybody around me is red and yellow, so I am gonna bring my speed back. Because there's an A380 ahead of me, going at 358 knots. So he's already going faster, so I don't really need to go that much slower, but I may do so just to help out. No, I'm not, because if I do, then I'm gonna hurt the spacing behind me. So like he said, the airport is where these two rivers meet. So there's a river on the left and like a more dirty river on the right, and so where those come together is where the airport should be. We're coming up on 12,000 now. I'm gonna bring our speed back to 230 knots and add in some flight spoilers. The aircraft is going to slowly level itself off, and we're going to try to pass over 11,000. Alright, how are we looking? Coming up on 11,000. Going to the cockpit here. We're going 250 knots. Not too bad. So I'm going to slowly... We're about to level off too. So I'm actually going to allow the aircraft to level off first, and then we'll step down to 5,000 feet. So we're about 28 miles. 28 miles out from where we want to be at 5,000. So I'm going to recalculate my descent from here. And we're going to need to descend at the same amount. So we're good. We're actually right on course as planned. And we're going to bring my altitude down to 5,000. At the exact same descent rate, 1,500. I actually will do 5,000. I'll do 1,600 to be safe. Not to be safe, but to get there a little early. I'd rather be at altitude early than be there late. It's a lot easier to adjust. So we're about to go into 10,000. So I'm going to turn my landing lights on. We actually left the seatbelts on the whole entire time, but that's because we're in a cargo plane. Weather doesn't look too bad from this altitude, but I think once we get down there, it's going to get a little bit worse. If we actually go to the map and we zoom out in our area, I saw some red earlier. I don't know where it was. I saw an airport that was in the red, so weather might have gotten better though. Let's see, 22 at 12, still 2,500 visibility. I don't know what Dura means either. D-U-R-A. What does that mean? Let's make sure we watch our speed. Alright, we're good. I don't think we need the spoilers, but I'm gonna leave them on. What's up, Robotic Bros? What are you guys talking about? I kind of been missing on the chat. Trying to plan our descent. There's an F-22. What's up, Miles K? Good to see you, bro. Alright, let's kill the music. Let's kill it. Alright, passing 8,000. And it is actually a pretty beautiful arrival in here. It's very brown, but it's actually pretty cool with the sunset in the background. I actually think I see the airport's beacon light now. And separation is still pretty bad. So I'm going to have to back off even more. Mainly, I'm not worried about the jets. I'm going to ignore the jets. But the main thing I want to separate from is this Emirates flight who's going 241. He was going faster than me. Now he's going slower than me. So we're going to have to slow down even more. I don't even know if I can. I'm going to go 215. That's actually really freaking slow. There goes the visibility. We're losing it as we're getting lower to the ground. At about 6,800 is where we start to lose at MSL. What will help though? It's gonna be weird in real life if you saw like 10 aircraft flying over, like overflying the airport. That would be pretty funny. So what I'm gonna do actually, also, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to heading mode, turn off nav mode, and so once I get to that VOR that we're flying to, we're actually gonna be changing our heading to, I think it's 022. Yeah, I'm turning right to 022. I'll probably do it just a little bit before we get to that VOR, so we can intercept that 022 outbound radial from the ABD VOR. Jay Blake, congratulations on grade 3. Alright, fuel has been dumped. We're good there. We're below maxed landing weight. Aircraft is leveling off at 5,000. We're going to kill the spoilers. Landing lights are on. Trying to separate ourselves. I don't know who is this person in the A380. It's 247. Alright, he's going faster than me, but I'm gonna have to physically move myself away from him to in order to actually get away. Because right now I've been slowing my speed down and we're just not getting any better separation. The same with Echo Kilo 001. He's right behind me too, and he's gonna need to separate himself also. But I think he's trying to. I'm trying to slow down also. And everybody behind us, they look a lot better. I think that you guys back there are okay. I think these three guys may need to separate themselves from each other a bit, but everyone else, separation is all right. So again, just to kind of repeat what we're actually gonna be doing is we'll be overflying the airport, intercepting the VOR right here, and turning right to 022. We will not be. It'd be like a VOR arrival. The winds just changed, I think. No, they're the same. And there's the airport right there. So I'm going to turn right to 022 and descend down to 3,000 feet. Once I get to 3,000, if I am clear of all other aircraft, I will go ahead and make my arc into for the 04 left arrival. Sorry, 04 right arrival. Let's go ahead and do that now. Turning right to 022. And down to 3,000. And we're going to bring our speed back to like 100 knots. To allow everyone else to kind of get separated around us. Oh yeah, guys, check out the link in the description on the for the event. There's actually very important. There's not a lot of space in the taxiway, not taxiway, on the in the parking area. So we need everybody to park like It's kind of hard to explain, but you kind of just need to see the picture. It's like facing each other or something like that. I mean, somebody in the chat maybe be able to explain that better. I understand it because I saw the picture, but I can't really. I don't know how to explain it. We're gonna go flaps 1. Actually, we'll go flaps 5. Do I have ATC videos? No, I do not. I don't have any ATC videos. Not at the moment. Yeah, so facing 2 opposite ways for parking so that we can fit everyone on the yellow lines. The picture is on the post in the description. So there's a link in the description that you guys can see the picture if you're able to click on it. Kind of a cool approach. I mean, you don't really get these types of approaches anywhere else, but over in this region, flying over the desert, we're almost at 3,000. You kind of like the sun is reflecting off of the dust and the dirt and the fog, and it's just kind of cool. You don't, like I said, you don't really get this look anywhere else in the world, not that I know of, except for this region of the world. You know, like Emirates. Maybe India, I don't know. India's not as brown as it is here. Yeah, robotics, bro, you get better with the landing after time, man. It takes a while, man. You guys have seen me fail at landing plenty of times. So, ain't nothing new. Alright, we're at 3,000. Let's go ahead and check what the traffic looks like on the TCAS here. We got a jet ahead of us. That other A380 has already turned, so I'm going to probably fly a few more miles in this direction, and then I will make my left turn also. So far, though, it's actually pretty cool. People are actually flying just like the chart is. You see how that A380 is actually turning an arc just like it did on the chart. So it's actually pretty cool. I'm actually very proud of you guys for flying it just like the chart looks. Even though we can't fly the exact waypoints, but kind of like still flying very similar to that. That's kind of what I'm going to be trying to do too. I'm going to try to arc it in as best as possible. Now our final approach heading is going to be 150, so we'll keep that in mind. We can actually set the GPS for 14 right, so that way we'll have that as a reference. We also going to want to be at 2,000 when we get to D10, which is 5 miles out from the airport. One person I got to watch out for is this guy who's at the same altitude, Triple R. I'm not sure what his plan is. Looks like he's just doing like basically he's flying in the left pattern. So let's see. Let's go ahead and tune in to Unicom and find out what everybody's doing. We'll announce inbound. Actually, we'll request traffic advisories.
ATBOR Unicom, Blue 116 is inbound. Request traffic advisories.
Aberdeen Unicom, jet speed 272 is 15 nautical miles to the northeast at 2,700 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make right traffic for runway 14 right.
Aberdeen Unicom, India Foxtrot Mike Golf 1 is 16 nautical miles to the southeast at 7,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make straight in for runway 14 left.
Aberdeen Unicom is using runway 14 right. Left traffic.
Alright, so right now we're just kind of monitoring Unicom and watching for traffic around us. We got a Speedbird 10 who's actually, I think he's cruising. He's no factor, but he's flying directly over us. Don't think we'll be able to see him. He's going to be way up there. He's probably too far to see him. So now I think it's a good time to go ahead and make our left turn. I'll probably make it manually.
Golf 1 is 15 nautical miles to the southeast at 7,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make straight in for runway 14 right.
Aberdeen Unicom. Romeo 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 Heavy is on left base. Runway 14 right.
Aberdeen Unicom, Blue 120.
Sorry guys, I had an unexpected sneeze there. I had to pause. So I make my left turn. Like I was saying, I'm kind of watching the chart as I'm doing this, and I'm actually going to we'll make our turn. We'll calibrate my screen, and I will turn off heading mode and also start turning it myself. It's about a it's like a 10 degrees turn. I'm not really sure what that is. We're gonna turn ourselves back. I don't really know how to announce that I'm doing something like this on the Unicom. Like, I don't know if they have any type of announcements that I can really say, except for like turning left base, you know. I will announce inbound though. Landing on runway 14 right, making left traffic.
Abadan Unicom, Blue 116 is 19 nautical miles to the
Yeah, so we're going to change our altitude down to 2,000, but we have plenty of time to do that.
Make left traffic for runway 14 right.
Robotics Bros, I never said I wouldn't use the 747 Qantas. I also would only ever really use it if I was flying a long flight to Australia or something. So outside of that, there's no other reason to really fly the 747 Qantas. Look at that sunset, guys. That is freaking beautiful.
Abadan Unicom. Romeo 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 Heavy is on final. Runway 14 right.
Appreciate it, beginner pilot, for watching the live stream yesterday. The airspace is a little crowded, so I'm trying to see what we're doing. We got jet speed ahead of us, which is a jet. Again, he's not a factor. We're going to be following triple R there, so I'm actually going to fly this heading here. We just continue to send down 2,000 feet.
Runway 14 right.
Abadan Unicom, Blue 18017.
And I will go ahead and call that I'm on left base. Guess kind of what we are right now. Left base, runway 0, 14 right.
Abadan Unicom, Blue 116 is on left base, runway 14 right.
Singapore 9er. How high is he? He's going to be a problem. He kind of just jumped right in line. Was not expecting him to show up. So hopefully he stays faster than us.
Abadan Unicom, Hotel Alpha November India Bravo Alpha Lima is on left downwind, runway.
How are there so many people on left downwind right now? Hannibal just called that he was on left downwind. It's Hannibal.
Is clear of all runways.
Oh, he's on downwind. I'm sorry, I thought he was on base. So that could be an issue too. So right now, the way it's looking, like, this is just very unorganized. We got Hannibal down there on left downwind, who's definitely going to be an issue when we get there. We got Singapore 9er, who's on basically a 5. He's on left downwind, looking to probably turn in on about a 5-mile final.
Jet speed 272 is on left base, runway 14
at the same altitude and probably the same speed of us. So, and we're already going 190 as speed. We can go 185. So again, guys, please pay attention to the map, and if you see something that like it's not going to work, going to happen, don't do it. I mean, you can kind of see how the sequence is going. For example, Hannibal, I would recommend you go ahead and follow IFMG in, and I would tell IFMG to make space for AVLHR, or other way around. Singapore 999er, he's good. He can go ahead and just do what he go ahead and make his approach. I'm behind him, so I have him in. Like I'm watching him. He's an issue for me, so I'm watching him to find out what he does. So he looks like he's going to be turning a shorter final than we are. So if we need to, we can make a bit of a right turn to space ourselves out even more than him. So that's why I have not turned anymore to the left. I was kind of flying straight and trying to go as slow as possible. He's going 273 knots, so he's going slower than us also. I just want to go too slow that we stall ourselves out, you know. We will go flaps 20. Aircraft is good. Right now we're still controlling, as of now I'm controlling the heading of the aircraft, but the aircraft is controlling its altitude. So I'm only worried about heading and not so much that. So I can actually hit heading now, and that will go ahead and allow I can take my hands completely off of the controls. What's up, GL? Thank you for that donation, bro. Appreciate that through the super chat, man. Appreciate that, bro. And we get one more last sneeze in before I have to put my hands all aboard.
Abadan Unicom, jet speed 272 is on final, runway 14 right.
Alright, dope. Perfect. Guys, this is what I'm talking about right here. That's perfect. This is expert server for you right here. This does not happen on training server. This right here is why I do not fly training server, because this could never happen on training server. Well, I can't say never, but it's very unlikely to happen. All right, so it looks like we have plenty of separation between us and Singapore 999. We'll go ahead and start turning in for our final. We're on a bit longer of a final, but we are on final. We'll calibrate the screen and hit heading and start rolling to the left. We do have the GPS for 14 right on board. We probably won't use it. I think visibility should be good enough for us to fly without it. We're gonna have to make a sharp turn here because we're about to overfly that too. Here's I see the airport. I see the beacon. I don't see the runway, but I do see the beacon. We'll be on the right-hand runway, not the left. 14 right, not 14 left. So we'll be watching out for that too. Not sure if the runway is gonna have lights. I don't know how big of an airport this actually is. Oh, please don't end flight. Oh, Jesus, that would have been horrible. All things for me to end my own flight. I just want to calibrate my screen. That's it. Alright, let's go ahead and report position on final. Runway 14 right.
Abadan Unicom, Blue 116 is on final. Runway
Have my
14
screen one more
right.
time. Yeah, we are to the left a bit of 14 right, so we can keep moving to the right. We're good on our altitude though. Alright, I have the field in sight. It's weird, I only see one runway. Maybe 14 left doesn't have any lights. Probably why they don't use it. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it's just harder than usual to turn. Like I feel like I'm fighting autopilot. Slower speed all the way down. We are 8 miles out. 70. I have eyes on the taxiway and on the runway, so I guess we'll land on that runway right there. Yeah, that's definitely our runway right there. Glide slope is now moving. Thank you, Phoenix 1168, for that super chat donation. Really appreciate all the love you guys have been giving me, man. I really do appreciate it. Let's go gear down. Spoilers to armed. Let's get this thing lined up here. We have a direct crosswind, 12 knots. We are 6 miles out. Go flaps 25. And there is a glide slope. Calibrate my screen, and we're going to take control.
Romeo heavy. Taxiing to runway 14 right.
We are going to be landing by hand. Again, I'm kind of just trying to be a little bit more realistic, because in real life you wouldn't have an actual instrument approach into runway 14 right. Yeah, VOR. When flying a VOR approach, that's a non. I think it's called a non. What was it called? A non-instrument approach or non-something. Non-precision. That's what it is. A non-precision approach, which means that basically the aircraft cannot land itself. It's gonna put you in the direction to find the airport, but not to land itself at the airport. So, but infinite flight does not simulate that. But I just like to. I want to land to practice. You know, I've had enough bad landings, and I know that I know how to use approach mode, and I actually am able to see the airport, thankfully. So I'm gonna do my best to land. May not be the best, but I'm gonna do my best, and you know, can't get better unless you actually try and practice. So hopefully we have a good landing though. I'm gonna do my best to get this thing on the ground as soft as possible. We'll try to get under 300, under 350 feet per minute here on the landing. Alright, on final, it looks like the runway is clear. We will be exiting, I think, actually I don't even know. Where's I think we'll be exiting to the right. I think parking is gonna be on the right side of the runway. I think. Nice, spoilers are armed, flaps are up, or down. Gears down, 3 green.
500.
Abadan Unicorn, Alpha Victor Lima Hotel Romeo 1 is on final, runway 14 right.
Abadan Unicorn, Jet Speed 272 is clear at all runways.
Thank you, Aaron, for that super chat donation. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to read what you said here in a second. off.
20, 10.
I think that was around 400. Alright. Reversers green. Why can't I turn? Thank you for that subscription, Troll Squad. Right there is 60 knots, so we'll go manual braking.
Emirates 318 is 15 nautical miles to the northeast at 3,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make left traffic for runway 14 right.
Take this next taxiway. Wow, there's really not a lot of space. You guys were not kidding. So guys, again, we will be exiting the runway as soon as oh well, somebody landed right behind me. So we'll exit the runway as soon as possible. Allow the rest of the traffic to get down on the ground. And please look at the link in the description on how to park. I will be doing it myself here. I'll be trying to do it myself. What kind of airport is this? I'm gonna have to pull up the taxi ground chart.
Runway 14 right.
Aberdeen Unicum. Romeo
Seems like a
Heavy.
pretty small
Holding short
airport. Really tight and
14
nice approach. Very nice. I think we flew this flight at the perfect time so that we could get a nice sunset arrival. Right before the sunset. It's still up, isn't it, somewhere? Yeah, the sun is barely up there. So we have like not a lot of light. Not a lot of sunlight left to take some screenshots and stuff. Alright, flaps are up. We're rolling. Strobe lights off, landing lights off. Actually, we'll leave the strobes on because it's nighttime. It's dark. And this is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Hold on. Let me take a look. Situation. So we're gonna actually be parking on the opposite side. Okay. So according to the photo,
Romeo Heavy. Holding short runway 14 right.
Hold on, let me look at it. Yeah, according to the photo, I need to park the opposite direction of like that guy there.
Aberdeen Unicum.
So let me try that.
Romeo Heavy is taking off
Such a
runway
weird taxiway.
14 right.
There's not a lot of space.
South.
Like these planes, I don't think there's meant to be this many 777s here. But let's do our best, guys, to line it up so that we can get some good pictures, though. And I'll probably change the time back so we can get some better too. We're gonna need like a tow truck to get me in position. Thank you, Grand Porter, for that super chat donation. Appreciate that, my friend. Oh, okay. You know what the problem is? He's not on the line. That's what the problem is. Whoever that is right there on the second airplane on my left, if he could like reposition himself to actually be on the yellow line, that would help out a lot. That's why I was so confused. Like, something's not right. So I'm actually gonna go to the other side. We'll park on the other side. I think they're actually doing it correctly over there. So guys, please park on the yellow lines and not between them. Not enough space to be double parking. So don't worry about taxiing through people. Well, do worry about it, but don't like worry about clipping somebody's wing just for like positioning's sake. And then once you get in position, just make sure you're not like on top of someone. But do your best to park on the yellow lines. And we'll be parking opposite way. So you see how these guys on my right ahead of me are doing? Like, that is perfect. That is perfect. So I'm going to take this spot right here facing away from the runway. My best to get right on the line. If I need to, I might have to bring out the pushback truck. It's not bad. Yeah, so you see, like, this is kind of like the example they were talking about on the website, on the link. So basically, you want to, because there's not a lot of space to just park side by side, you actually need to park the opposite way, the opposite direction, in order for everyone to fit in. So like the person on my left will need to be facing me, and the other person, like where the A380, who's taking up a whole lot of space, will do. So this is gonna be a cluster. While we wait for these guys to get all organized, let's see. We do have some arrivals coming in on 14 right. So we can go to free camera and watch those arrivals while everybody gets all organized here on the ground. I believe that's Hannibal. Great shot right there. It looks to me that you did not land on the runway. Oh, I think he died.
Abaddon Unicum, Emirates
He might have just died.
318
It's
is on
possible that he
final,
could for
runway
sure died.
14 right.
This, like, to me, this seems like a more of like a general aviation airport. Because it's like the parking spots are so close together and small. Like, I don't feel like this many airlines are meant to be here. I'm gonna take a look at the chart, the Navigraph chart. Let's see, that's sunset though. We do have another arrival coming in shortly. Yep, Emirates 318. I believe that's our last guy. Actually, we have a couple. Maybe have one more. We have Emirates. No, this is our last guy. This is the last one. I think Triple Artist did a touch and go. Either that or he went around. Can I get my free camera to work again? I fixed it last time. I can't remember how I did it. It's all jacked up because that guy disappeared. There we go. You should see the plane landing here soon. I do it from the sunset side. Do it from right at 1-4 left. Oh, Hannibal, you didn't die? Okay, cool. I pinched the right side of the screen? I can't because all my controls are over there. Oh, there it is. Oh, what? Thank you for that. Who said that? I don't know who said that, but thank you. I'm gonna bring the time back just a little bit. Can't see nothing anymore. Oh, now it's white as heck. I don't like that. Where is he? Oh, he's coming. He's on the way. Thank you, Aaron. Alright, so we'll get some screenshots and then I gotta leave. Here he is, I see him now. Yeah, he's down. I think. Yeah, he is. Oh, Jesus. Kind of rocked forward a bit. Who is that? Emirates 318, exit right when able. Contact ground on 122.7. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. It's a very small, tight airport. Not a lot of space. That was our last arrival too, so hopefully you guys are ready. Man, I love that feature. I didn't know I could do that. So many Emirates planes right now. It's freaking crazy. I see what kind of pictures we can get. Well, that's not exactly what we meant. But I guess that works too. We're getting 777s kissing each other. Is that a 787? Oh, that's 777. You know, we didn't turn our engines off. There we go. I honestly don't even know which one of these is me. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining in on today's flight and participating in the Emirates Virtual Airline event. Thank you, Emirates, for inviting me out. Glad I was actually able to make it. Able to make it happen. This is just like, this is crazy how many planes are here. I'm gonna try to get some type of screenshot out of this, but it it's, as you can see, it's just a lot going on. Different like sizes of 777s too. We're all in 777s, but like I'm in this cargo, the smaller, shorter version, and you can see like the bigger one right there. Look at the difference. That's pretty cool. So I actually like this side over here a bit better. Like, look at this. What is going on? How awkward is that? I don't know. Just trying to find a good shot here. There's like nobody on the left side of the airport. I don't know why nobody's over there. It's like so crowded over here and there's nobody over there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna like get like a big wide shot from above. I'm not seeing anything I like. I'm also gonna change the time to like that's too white. That. Look at this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing anything visually pleasing to me right now. But if you guys got any like really dope screenshots, you can definitely send them to me on Discord and on Instagram. If you post them on Instagram, definitely tag me. If you post them on the forums, you can tag me also. Need you to call me again. Is he taking off? What is he doing over there? I think he's taking off. Oh. Jesus, what kind of takeoff is that? Alright, well that didn't work out. I had an idea. It's happened too fast. He says, screenshots so you have nice memories. I'm gonna have nice memories because this video's gonna be up here forever. Alright, well, sky is just so freaking white, man. Alright, well, that's my last screenshot. I've taken plenty this flight, so I got plenty to use. Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream and flying with us, flying with me and flying with Emirates V8. Fly with John, how you doing, man? Hope you're feeling better, bro. I'm doing good though, but I hope you feel better. Welcome back home from the hospital. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I'll catch you guys next time, next stream. Peace.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete.